Time now for your forewarned weather with Thomas Keyboy.
Good morning, Utah. Happy Wednesday. We are halfway through the work week. The time is currently 6:15. We'll start off by taking a live look outside in southeastern Utah in Blanding, where we have that sunrise glow over the horizon and not a cloud in the sky. Really pretty view from San Juan County this morning. Meanwhile, in northern Utah, we are seeing a little bit of cloud coverage, but it's nothing that's going to get in your way and should be a really pretty sunrise. The view from Park City Mountain looking pretty good. Temperatures range anywhere from 28 degrees in Heber to 44 in Salt Lake. We're sitting at 47 in St. George, and we're currently sitting at 35 degrees in Logan. It's chilly out there this morning. It's just not quite as chilly in most locations compared to what we saw at this time yesterday morning. And as we go through the morning into the afternoon, temperatures will be warming up rather steadily. We should be in the middle 50s along the Wasatch Front by your lunch hour. Probably still want the sweater at that point, but temperatures will eventually be climbing to around 60 degrees for most spots along the Wasatch Front. In fact, I think for our daytime highs, we'll mainly see low to mid 60s along the Wasatch Front as we see a daytime high of 63 degrees in Salt Lake. We'll get to 60 degrees in Provo, upper 50s in Logan with a daytime high of 57. Across the Beehive State, we'll see mostly sunny to partly cloudy skies. And as you make your way into central and southern Utah, you'll definitely see more 60s and 70s on the map as St. George likely comes in just shy of 80 degrees. But there is an outside chance that we could see 80 for the first time this season in St. George this afternoon. But don't worry, if we don't get there today, we will by tomorrow into our Friday. Meanwhile, Park City this afternoon, we'll see a daytime high of 49. We'll get to 56 degrees in Heber, and over in Tooele, we'll see a daytime high of 57. In central Utah, we'll see daytime highs range anywhere from 51 in Fairview to 70 degrees in Green River. Then down in southern Utah, we'll reach a daytime high of 62 in Blanding, 64 for Escalante, 64 in Parowan, and a daytime high of 70 in Kanab, while Beaver sees a daytime high of 62 degrees. Now let's go ahead and talk about your pollen forecast, because unfortunately with our spring weather ramping up, so is the pollen. We're kind of in that medium high threshold as we go through today and tomorrow, and we'll be approaching very high levels once we get into Friday, with our trees mainly being the main source right there. So if you're starting to see or starting to experience a few more sniffles, that could be the reason why, as that pollen continues to ramp up, and our temperatures will be ramping up as well. By tomorrow into Friday, daytime highs will be running about 10 to 15 degrees above average. I think Friday is going to be the warmest day across the state, where we'll likely be in the mid to upper 70s along the Wasatch Front. Before we start to see our temperatures ease down through the weekend, then even bigger changes will likely be arriving as we move into the first half of next week. Let's walk you through that all here on the long-range futurecast, where high pressure is still building in across the western United States. Should see some beautiful weather tomorrow, mostly sunny skies, daytime highs climbing into the 60s and 70s for a lot of spots. Even we'll see a daytime high in the 50s in Park City tomorrow. Then Friday into Saturday will likely be the two warmest days thanks to an increased southerly wind. But between Friday and Saturday, we will see a little bit more cloud coverage. We'll also see a little bit more wind, because at that point we'll be sandwiched between a high pressure to our east, low pressure to our west, and that low pressure will start to move its way in our direction as we round out the weekend and move into next week. We'll see an increasing chance of wet weather from Sunday into Monday. Daytime highs will start to ease down. Then as we move into the middle of next week, we'll likely see a system move in from the northwest, which will likely bring us an even better chance of wet weather and even cooler temperatures, with daytime highs that could drop below our seasonal averages after getting used to temperatures above our seasonal averages here in the next several days. In St. George, we'll go from the upper 70s this afternoon into the middle 80s for both Thursday into Friday. Mostly sunny skies, and it will be breezy by Friday into this weekend. Those daytime highs will begin to ease down. Then there will be at least a chance for some showers Sunday into Monday, with daytime highs right around 70 degrees in St. George into Monday. Then along the Wasatch Front, we'll go from the low 60s today to the low 70s tomorrow, mid to upper 70s on Friday. Saturday likely won't be quite as warm, but we'll still see middle 70s along the Wasatch Front. Then we'll see those temperatures begin to ease down into early next week. And by next Tuesday, we'll be looking at a chance of isolated showers, with highs returning to the mid and upper 50s. Let's go ahead and switch gears and check the traffic out there for you this morning. Looks like we do have an accident between Stockton and Tooele. Doesn't look like that's causing too much of a slowdown, but we'll keep a close eye on that. If you're hitting the road on our major thoroughfares, things are looking good. The I-15 and 215 interchange in North Salt Lake is moving along steadily, and the drive time from Ogden down to